Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. Today I kind of want to talk about a little bit of a controversial subject, specifically with this body style Silverado right here, your 8 to 13 I believe, and that is the fender flares. Especially the pocket style fender flares, because if you own a body, this era truck, gas, diesel, what have you, these things, I swear the body prep on them wasn't the greatest. These things actually, especially the beds, they rust out the quickest. And I know a lot of people that run these fender flares, they're doing it to cover up the rust. Thankfully for us, that's not an issue. However, our bed's junk. This thing got, it got rear-ended, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I want to talk about these flares, because I put them on for a completely different reason than why I fell in love with them. And it kind of amazes me that, a couple weeks ago, I figured out why I liked them so much. So, real quick, so we have Leah here, our 03 LB7. And then we have Lana, our 08 LMM. And if you look, there's actually quite a few similarities between these two trucks. They're both, essentially set up to be a work truck / daily driver. Now, granted, this one takes care of my winter needs because we push snow with this one. And then this one takes care of the summer needs because this one is in significantly better shape. I mean, this truck is damn near spotless, so we try to protect her from the salt. But there are, back to the point, there are these two trucks right here are very similar. I mean, anybody could tell seeing this truck run down the road and then the next day this one. Chances are the same guy owns it. Not only that, what douchebag runs around with this many lights? But initially, I picked up these fender flares. Now, it didn't have the 18s on it at the time, but I picked up these fender flares because I wanted to not only break up some of the yellow there, because the truck did have, like with the bed liner and the cap and, the color match on the door handles and such there. And then when I added the headache rack, which actually the black wheels really set this thing off. I'm getting distracted. But I wanted to put the fender flares on there to not only break it up, but I also wanted to do the LEDs here in the fender wells. Because if you guys look at the newer style Denali's and AT4s, they actually come factory with fender marker lights. And to be completely honest with you, I have actually always wanted to do that. So I like the pocket style flares. So I went ahead and I even did them here on our GMT 800 truck. Now, our girl Lola here, she won't get those. She's just, maybe. I might change my mind. I might just kind of make it a thing. But that was also the reason that I put these on here, is because these right here, within the body line here, these had the most meat where I could fit a 3/4 inch bulb or LED and it wouldn't look too far out of place. And again, this truck, we really, really needed to break up the yellow because before it had any of that, in my personal opinion, it was a little bit much. I was sitting in the barn the other day. I think I was changing the oil on the Harley and I just happened to be sitting back. I took a picture and I was like, man, that truck is really wide. And then I got to thinking about the, the Pontiac, the wide track on the Grand Prix, and that's what this truck reminds me of. A little comparison there for you. And I did notice that to get the stock wheels to stick out even just past the body, I had to put a good amount of wheel spacer on there. These two are the same chassis. Well, the body's wider. The other thing that I noticed that's really cool, which is the whole reason why I fell in love with this angle right here on a truck, this back of 45-degree angle, this profile of a truck, I absolutely love seeing that. To me, it's a money shot. And if we do it to this one, you know, it's a money shot as well. But I was walking up on it one day from work, and it hit me. The three-dimensionalness of the body lines on this truck, I freaking love it. And then it hit me the other day when I was looking at the exhaust. And I saw how much the ass end pokes out, and then plus with the flare in it, and then the offset with the wheels and tires. And I gotta tell you, this is what I fell in love with. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, the classic body style Duramax in of its own, you know, this thing ruled the roost for the longest time, but this truck is tough with the pocket style flares on there. Don't get me wrong, you know, you got the mud tires poking out just a little bit there, but it's just, I love the three-dimensionalness of this body. It does something for me. Don't get me wrong, this looks killer, but this just has that, it just has that presence to it. And I tell you what, man, it's really hard to beat. Again, nothing against this truck, nothing against Lola or the previous body style, but I mean, this doesn't have that same aggressive effect that one does. But that just kind of hit me, you know, randomly. It just kind of punched me in the throat the other day, and I thought, you know what? I gotta talk to somebody about this. There's nobody around, so we're making a video on it. But let me know down below, guys. How do you feel about this body style? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate things about this era truck and body style, but there's also things that I absolutely love about it. I could go back and forth. I could do it all day long, but to keep this video from being hours long, which I could easily do, we're gonna stop it there. But like I said, let me know down below. You know, you guys are the best, man. You guys know what to do. Take care. God bless. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Be good.